Hello and welcome to another episode with the WERF League. I am JT. You can find me on Twitter at JT_the Ginger. Tonight, we've got a lot lined up. We're going to talk about recent overall Earth standing update. We're going to talk about week 12 FAAB of the WERF League, one other trade that happened in the WERF League, and then we're going to reveal some swag. So let's get to it. I'm going to share my screen here. And the overall Earth standings as of June 13th, Carmen again sitting in first place. Well done, followed by Lucas Beery and Michael Waterloo. I have added a column here, so adding in a manager name and or site/podcast if their manager name is already in their kind of team name incorporated. And for the most part, I think I got at least 65 or 66 with about 9 or 10 there. I'm not exactly sure their identity, so I might follow up with that. But if they don't want to be identified, I don't want to totally reveal them and do that to them. But most of these should be recognizable names. Our own WERF leaguer, John Hagelin there, holding down the 5 spot. And we also have Corbin at, would that be 9th? And then also Mark McElroy in 11th in the rank there. Kind of scrolling through, same names we've seen. Like I said last week, we're 2 months in, and things are starting to even out. But at least I updated this column so you can kind of just see some of the names that you identify with or follow on Twitter. Feel free to go out and follow all these people. I made a list, so if you actually go to my Twitter and go to one of my lists called it Earth, and I like I said, I grabbed 65, 66 people that are participating that I could find, and so just they're in that list. So that'd be an easier way if you'd like. You can go to @JT_the_Ginger and then follow that list for Earth. We got Smada and Aaron Parker here in the middle, and just kind of evening out. Recently emailed Todd Zola, so it's fun to see my name right there next to his. And got Chris Crawford, who I made a trade with. We'll go get to that in just a minute. Danny there. Sorry, Danny, passed you up there. Mikey, Sean, Patrick, and Ryan Bloomfield here, and Zach, not last. I mentioned before he inherited that team. He has in his team name inherited early May with only 18 standing points, so he's been building that team back up. Overall for trades, and we're has 14 total trades on the year. Let's see, and then Glarf would be next. I believe they have 4. Turf has 2, and then Barf and Nerf still haven't made a trade as of the last time I checked, which was the first week of June or so. In terms of overall totals, the last time I did this and I filter searched it, I completely messed up the spreadsheet because I accidentally saved over the top of it. But I can make a shared copy next time and we can run through that, or maybe at the end of June, that'd be better. But it's here if you want to go in and view it only. You go to @WERF League Twitter, and it's the pinned tweet. You can hit the link and look at the exact same thing I'm looking at here. So like I said, not much has changed, but still overall league rank. I'm going to look on the right-hand column here. Glarf, Barf, WERF, Turf, and Nerf in that order for best overall league standings, rankings amongst everyone. You see a lot of turquoise here up at the top for Glarf, so that's why. We're going to move on. We're going to talk about the most recent trade in the WERF League involving myself and Christopher, and ultimately I first reached out and I said, hey, I need pitching, and it looks like your team could use some hitting, because we both were like almost dead last in the standings for each specific overall just points attained through hitting and pitching respectively. And so started narrowing down some names. So it looks like you could use an outfielder. He said, yeah, I probably could take any outfielder you got. And I said, well, let me see which pitcher I would be, interested to look at. And he said, his top three were kind of off limits if he's going to still kind of try to compete, that's fine. I respect that. So I zeroed in on Robbie Ray, and I said, what would be fair for Robbie Ray? And he threw out Kirilloff, and then he said maybe another outfielder if you're willing. I said, I think Kirilloff is fine. I'm comfortable with that. I'm liking Robbie Ray getting back. I think I'm right on that fence, so it feels safe but not. But I think that's sometimes the right place to be. You feel like you're giving up a little bit, but you're also getting something solid in return. So we made that trade happen. And because of 3 games being played on June 7th, the trade went through, and we had him for the full week. So I think I got a 2-start Robbie Ray. Did very well for me. And Kirilloff had that little bit of ankle tweak, but hit a home run tonight on June 14th. So he's bringing the OBP, and hopefully the counting stats for Minnesota will start heating up as we get into the summer. But ultimately, I think it was a fair trade, and I feel good about it. And looking at the recent standings, I think it'll only improve both of our teams. So it's the 14th trade. I'm still waiting for a lopsided, like a 2-for-1, 3-for-2. I think that's the only one of the only ones left on our, WERF Trade bingo sheet, if you will. So we're going to move right into week 12 of FAAB for the WERF League. Starting us off, I picked up Jake Arrieta on a 2-start week for 15 FAAB units. I had dropped Smiley off a solid 2-start week, so I'm kind of targeting a rotating 2-start pitcher that I feel comfortable with, if possible. Again, this is a very deep 15-team league. There's 30 players on each team, so I'm definitely scraping. Arrieta pitch tonight. Didn't get me that quality start. Actually, I think I saw 4 earned runs over 5 innings, so that'd be a 7.2 ERA, so that's not the greatest. So that kind of backfired, but I think he has Miami coming up later this week, if I remember right. And hopefully we can see a better result that evens things out. Jahmai Jones, spec ad there for John for 12 FAAB units. I think he just ultimately activated. Yeah, so straight into oblique. It's in the minors, but hopefully John is thinking he's going to be a valuable commodity here in the near future. Being called up. Joe Ross, that's a big name. Mitch Keller getting sent down to work out things. Sean gets Joe Ross, and he's been pitching pretty well recently. Obviously, San Francisco took them on 8 innings, no earned, no walk, 5 hits, 9 strikeouts. Looked really well. So upcoming 1 start for this week against the Mets. Yes, even though the Mets are starting to come back on, but should be a solid matchup. And moving forward, just a starter that Sean relies on instead of Mitch Keller there. Unfortunately, Mitch can start just getting things figured out. Jake Fraley. As a Mariners fan, I wasn't really high on Jake. But opportunity came, and he's stepped up to the bell. So Mark dropping Josh Fuentes, getting Fraley, 42 units. I had a bid on Fraley, but not for that much. So batting second tonight. So that looks like a good pickup for now if he's going to be batting that high. And he's doing a little bit of everything, and I think that's just kind of his role as of right now. If he's getting playing time, he can contribute. So that's solid. Max Stassi. Wow. Just wow. As a catcher, if you need a catcher, he needs to be picked up. Wasn't tonight he hit cleanup. Obviously, we're seeing now that he didn't do much with it, but the game's still going on. But what he's been doing recently, 4 home runs over the last 10 days or so. And not walking too much, but he's hitting the ball well. He's getting lots of hits, and obviously he's increased that batting average 100 points, and he's slugging that ball. Lots of doubles there also popping up. So for a catcher, that's awesome. John's picking him up, or did pick him up for 6 FAAB units. Patrick Sandoval, the lefty for the Angels, getting picked up. Let's see, by Will for 27 FAAB units. Tucker Davidson getting dropped. Patrick Sandoval, let's say, yeah, he pitched against Arizona. So how did he fare? Okay, I mean, Arizona's not doing so well, so you'd hope for that kind of thumping he laid in against Seattle, that 10 strikeout performance, maybe something to match that, but quality start. And I think ultimately you'll take that, especially for a pitcher of that kind of what you're acquiring him for, and where we're picking up off the waivers here. Also, that end of the week. So moving forward is what we're looking at for Will. Oh, a Detroit matchup, and then Tampa Bay after that. So we'll see what happens there. Eric Haas I picked up. I think he's going to get outfield eligibility pretty soon. I saw him getting some outfield starts, and then also playing at catcher, but I don't really need a backup catcher. I don't like backup catchers, especially if I've got JT Realmuto. So he's going to bat utility now, but I could use some outfield depth, and the way he's been hitting, almost similar to Stassi, I'll take it. Eric's striking out a little bit more, a lot more than Stassi, but he's hitting the ball well, and I thought it was ultimately the cheaper way to go, because I thought Stassi would go for a lot more, and that's how much I know. I went 25, and I thought Stassi would go somewhere in the 40s or 50s. And John, well done. It's him for 6. Oh, man. All right, moving on. Sam Long getting picked up by Mark. Let's see. Jake Lamb getting picked up, 25 by Mikey. Jonathan Daza starting tonight over Hampson, over Rogers, batting second. I don't know what's going on, but I'll take that, I guess. Ryan getting Vogelbach. All right. He has been hitting well last month or so, and dropping Mitch Moreland in the process, getting Vogelbach for 20 FAAB units for Ryan. Don't know exactly what Milwaukee's doing there, but Vogelbach is walking. He's not striking out a bunch over the last month. I think it was like 21% when I looked at it. And he's hitting the ball well. And all right, I want to see Ryan start bumping up those standings points. So that's awesome. Savvy, solid pickup. Hopefully it keeps rolling forward for him. Tyler Beatty getting picked up. Travis Shaw getting injured. Did he immediately go on the 60-day? Yeah. Dislocated shoulder. That's not fun. Not that I've experienced that, but I watched my dad do that a few different times and pick up basketball games when I was growing up. It was really odd seeing him walk his arm by fingertips up the wall so it popped back in. So sorry, TMI. Christian Javier, 102. I want to know what's going on there. That was a really interesting big number that I saw out of Mikey getting Javier. So the last time I checked, he was getting bulk innings without the starts. Yeah, so the last 3 outings, no starts, but getting 4, 3, and 4 innings pitched, and doing pretty solid with those against Boston twice and San Diego once. So maybe he's thinking he might re-enter the rotation as I'm reading this right here. But solid whip, K to walk, K to 9. Maybe it's back in the good graces as Odorizzi is still pitching relief, I guess, as well. So only gets a rare 4-inning save. Anyways, that's a big number. I don't question the talent. That was 102, but like I said, hey, I overbid on Haas thinking Stassi would go big, and then maybe a similar situation, but it might be working out pretty savvy for him long term if he gets that like a fifth starter type job back. Scott Barlow, Andy getting him for a FAAB unit, dropping Brandon Marsh. Kind of thought Marsh would be up by now, and maybe a roster squeeze there for Andy. Duggar getting picked up. I thought about getting Duggar. I think I just put like a $5 bid on him. Corbin's getting him. Dropping Milton, who went back down to AAA for the Mariners. Duggar's been playing most often than not. Sat tonight. But Slater's kind of been the odd man out, but he's just Duggar's been striking out a little bit too much, so just got to sit. And tonight he got a hit and a stolen base, so against Arizona. So he's should be playing a little bit more. I don't know. Yastrzemski just came back off the IL, so play more than Slater, who I actually ended up dropping, unfortunately. But if you're not playing, you're not worth rostering at this point. As deep as this league is, Vladimir Gutierrez, Sean, 15 FAAB units. I keep seeing that name and I double take, and I'm like, what's going on here? So going deep into the games, 100 pitches, lost 2 outings against Milwaukee both times, getting a similar result. 2 quality starts in the last 2 times. So that'll do. That'll play. Lines up against San Diego in San Diego and then Atlanta. So he will be tested. Good old spider neck will be tested there. So Sean, good luck to that. Colby Allard getting picked up by Andy for 4 FAAB units. Jose Cisnero for Corbin, single unit, dropping Montero. So is Jose getting the, oh, he got the opportunity, but then, okay, got the hold. He got a couple saves early in July, or early in June. Okay, well, it's Detroit, and we'll see. Might pick up a random save here and there. Luke Williams coming off the qualifying for USA. Yep, Team USA, there it is. And getting plugged into the lineup. A little bit of success, but ultimately just not enough playing time I'm seeing. But I don't know how that will pan out, Sean, but for a FAAB unit, I mean, that's nothing. But hasn't Culberson been playing a whole lot more regularly, I thought? Over the last 14 days, 24 at-bats. Last 7 days, 8 at-bats. No, he has not been. So spec playing time for that. I know Didi is almost back for the Phillies, so I'm not sure where Luke will play, but it's only a FAAB unit, right? That's the motto. All right, so we talked about overall Earth standings. We talked about the recent trade in the WERF League, and I think we 12 a FAAB right there. So otherwise, I'm going to go full screen mode. We're going to talk about swag, all right, to wrap this up. So those of you who watch will get to see this. I personally, as commissioner of the WERF League, thought it'd be fun and something nice gesture to get everyone that's participating in the WERF League a little bit of swag to remember. Good group of people here, and so spent a little bit of my birthday money, and I got some magnets, some stickers, and some keychains, all with the WERF logo on it. So this is the magnet. Okay, so it's 3-inch diameter. All right, it's got the WERF logo. I also got a sticker. I had them cut it to a bumper grade stickiness of a sticker, 3-inch diameter, WERF logo. So kind of fun there. And then got a keychain here, 2-inch diameter keychain. And so each contestant, each manager in the WERF League will get all 3, 1 of each, sticker, magnet, keychain, and I'll be sending them out in the mail. So hopefully you'll be getting them by the end of the month here, and just something fun. So I hope I hope those that are watching get excited about it, and those that don't and are oblivious and get something in the mail and ooh, piece of mail. That's not a bill from JT. So awesome. Anyways, that wraps it up here. I am JT. You can find me on Twitter at JT_the_Ginger. Check out the WERF League at WERF League on Twitter. Check out the standings, the YouTube channel there, and past episodes. Otherwise, my buddy Kevin is almost done with teaching school, so I volunteered my 2 hands and helping out building this trophy that we're going to build for the WERF League, and see it come to life here over the summer break for him. And I'll keep you posted on the progress of that, but I think sometime next week we're going to get going and start chopping some little mini wood bats and framing a base for the trophy and seeing it take shape. So I'll maybe have a picture to share or something like that. Otherwise, that's it for me. Take care, be well, keep watching baseball, and until next time, we'll see you later.